Live patient, move the nation. True FM 90.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And good morning. Welcome to the TBS. 5 minutes up to 8 o'clock. It's great to be back on the Thursday morning, the 27th of March. And we'll march into Zion from Egypt to Israel, from Somalia to Mogadishu, leaving from Tunisia to Algeria, from Egypt back to Lagos, from Accra to Monrovia. This is the TBS, folks. Good morning. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. Yes, we're proud to announce the TBS cut across the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. Yesterday we witnessed the law is the law. Good morning. The love of liberty made us here. Let justice be done to all, not some. So when Nantipote say, yes, it used to be let justice be done to all, man. But let justice be done to all. Good morning. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts Baka Davis, having breakfast until 10 o'clock this morning. The president, Josiah Human Boy, good morning. The fourth branch of the Supreme Court, good morning. And let me begin by quoting Associate Justice Yami Gbese. I mean, he had the whole place into a serious laughter at some point in time. He said, well, let me talk before the people say that Lagos talk again. Imagine an Associate Justice. We made a decision, and the effect of that decision was that our law requires the House should have a quorum, and that the quorum should be presided over by a speaker. Now that you quote unquote majority bloc have a quorum, but we don't see a speaker. We don't see a speaker there. So whatever you do is ultra various. In other words, acting or done beyond one's legal power. Good morning, folks. This is O'Neill Roberts, Maka Davis, running until 10 o'clock this morning. Let's have our morning motivation. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Bobby Bleedy Addison with our morning motivation. I hope I got it right for one this morning, Bobby. I've seen a lot of messages coming from Bobby, but good morning, folks. And we'd like to recap what Tawan Gongolo has said back there with this whole Supreme Court decision on the case at the House. Yes, good morning, folks. O'Neill Roberts, Maka Davis. He's worrying so much about the by-election in Niva. Yes, are you thinking?
Well,
good morning. You want to go to Nyai Western? I hope I got it name.
Yahweh.
Mensino. Yeah. Yes, good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. Good morning to all of our listeners. Now that I'm really worried about the by-election in Nimba, we trust our people. Our people are good at decision making.
Okay.
They will listen to the platform of all of the candidates,
Mhm.
and they will pick the best one,
Mhm.
which we believe they will do. As it is now, we can only caution our people in the county to remain civil and peaceful throughout the entire process.
Mhm.
As civilized people, we
Mhm.
must show that by our action, especially during critical times like elections.
Mhm.
So we call on our people across the 9 electoral districts in Limba to engage this by-election with civility. Be peaceful in your conduct until the elections or the election is over. Remember that that is Nimba County,
Mhm.
and we always say Nimba Kwado.
Nimakwado.
So yes, so that means that we are one.
Okay. Well, Nimakwado means we are one.
Yes, we are one.
Okay.
Nimba, we are one.
Okay.
So we cannot allow a by-election to divide our people, not on political lines, not on tribal lines, not on well any other reason. So we want to tell our people the election will be over. These very candidates, no matter who wins, you will see them together. In just note, even before the induction of the winner,
Mhm.
you will see these very same people together,
Mhm.
and you'll be surprised that even on the night of election, maybe some of the candidates will even call
Mhm.
the prospective winner to say, "Oh yeah, congratulations." You see that, like former President we did.
Yeah.
So
I also did the same thing
yes,
in
so
District
we
13.
want to tell our
Yeah.
people, don't be carried away by the political euphoria in the election,
Mhm.
and maybe build enemies for yourself. Don't do it. All of these people, the honorable Musa Ability, the honorable vice president, all
Mhm.
these people, you listen to the vice president one time
Mhm.
say Musa is my brother,
Mhm.
so these people are brothers, they are
Mhm.
friends.
Mhm.
The places they meet, we the common people don't meet there. So all we do, listen to the candidates who
Mhm.
is presenting the best for the country,
Mhm.
and make your decision. That's all I can say in the Nima election.
Wow. The by-election.
Yes.
The by-election. 9 districts. Yes, good morning, folks. Good morning, and let me just have a quote here. I remember we had Telon Gongolo. Was this some part of last year?
Mm.
For the local things, yes, there are a lot of saying misinterpretation on social media. The two parties are saying the Kofa block, the Kun block. They are saying, well, their justices are proceeding that way of the case. For the question of the justices, from yesterday, the questions. For the question of the justices, those of you who watched the live, for the question of the justices regarding the lack of any record to show that there was due process, listen to all of them. The justice in chambers, the chief justice, all of them was asking the same questions regarding the lack of any record. Were there any record to show that there was a due process in the removal of Kofa and replacement by Kun? Is safe and conclude that Kofa side probably is on the way to victory. I'm saying that. All right. Someone will say I can take a bet for this, but for this case, the public will know what the word ultravirus means. Yes. Anytime the court tell you say, anytime the court use ultravirus for this particular case going forward. Yes, well, good morning again, man. It's great to hear from you.
Yes.
On the night your team is playing tonight, I'm not going to bet for that game. Yes, I don't trust Osasuna a little bit. That's an outstanding game.
Yes.
But I want to try on Genera on Sunday.
Girona is not strong. You know what
Yeah, but you
happened?
playing Thursday, you come and play Sunday. 2 days later,
Just before I say small thing about Girona, let the FA know that the Spanish FA know that this game schedule is not really good.
Okay.
Yeah, it is not good
No matter outstanding game, man.
because just imagine, and if you look at the fixture for Barcelona, we have a lot of tough games ahead of us.
Mhm.
And then just right after the international break,
Yeah,
you
outstanding
telling
game.
us to come and play immediately.
Yeah.
However, that is not an excuse for a champion. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Outstanding match.
Yes.
So I'm not going to throw a bet on this one.
Yeah, don't throw bet.
Yeah.
Because if you keep betting against Barcelona, your money will finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make it time for you to go declare asset. You say about one Barcelona share for Maka, one Lone Star share.
So my account was zero. But guess what happened last night? Something wonderful happened. Arsenal qualified. Arsenal female team qualified ahead of Real Madrid last night.
Wow.
Yes, the female team, Arsenal fan, y'all rejoice this morning, man. Y'all whisper, we'll talk your politics, but let's get a public rumming now a little bit. Real Madrid defeated Arsenal female team 2-0 the first leg. Guess what? Last night the Emirates gave them 3.
Wow. That
female football.
Go say that. Yeah, that Madrid goes.
Yeah, in the semi-final.
For almost I don't know how many matches they won Barcelona female team recently.
Man, a lot thing happened in the middle, man.
We're gonna beat that one
in the female. Yeah.
They got 5-0, 4-0. We can do that one now. But recently they beat us. I said they should go celebrate as trophy.
Damn it. I called Mobile Reeves. I said, Reeves, I wish this was the middle team. Qualifying here and saying I'm loud.
You're suffering too.
With everybody. Anyway, yes, what's going on this morning? Let's see what we have this morning. It's Thursday. Good morning to one Barcelona fan. It's a surprise for her, Mrs. Fatou Shaw.
Okay.
You can come and get your Barcelona t-shirt for being consistent of the club.
Okay.
Yes, I put on a t-shirt, Fatou Shaw.
Yeah.
Yellow.
We really enjoy the money this season.
Yeah, for being consistent.
Oh, win Champions League, but hey.
Oh, we're the champions. Champions. Yes.
Yeah, so just as I do the lineup, a couple of our followers who have joined this morning, William Gosson Patmo Jr. is following. Honorable Jefferson S. Tier is also following. Mendoabo Jr. Gonkanu Howard is following this morning also from Cinco for Life Zoe Vocational Training Program. Oh, that Francis?
Yeah, for life.
Yes, also following this morning. Emmett Hammond, as usual, from Kakata, Magibi County is following. Friday Gaki Juga Topo is also following this morning, so you can also follow and share. I want to see you.
Yes.
So let's bring you the lineup this morning. This is the Truth Breakfast show on Truth 96.1 FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. Today is Thursday, the 27th day of March 2025. This show is sponsored by EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan-African Bank, and Orange Liberia. Health tips come up shortly with David Coty this morning for 6 minutes. That will be followed by the review of the local dailies. I've not even seen the papers. In our studio chat this morning, a re-echo to the police about truck drivers' recklessness in the traffic. We'll talk about it. A review of the MOU signed by the Ministry of Agriculture with the smallholder farmers for tricycle and other support to do farming as business. Yes, I always quote the minister. They want to do farming as business, not from hand to mouth. Farming as business. Yes. And hearing into a bit of information from the Supreme Court of Liberia. I mean, that was interesting. A lot of people followed yesterday to see, and unfortunately for me, I did not follow through very well because I had other things happening in the middle of work and all of that. Yes, but a lot of people follow and they admire the argument.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well.
Onu is one of those who admire the argument.
Yeah, I follow from start to butter. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it again. At 8:40 to 9, we will open the lines for interaction on the segment Talk to Your Leaders. 9:15 sports, entertainment, and commercials brought to you by EcoBank Liberia Limited and Orange Liberia. 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning, as the Liberia People's Democratic Party will on Saturday have a homecoming program. George Wuto, the Secretary General of the party, will sit on the last segment of the TBS to talk about the event this weekend. The LPDP was founded by former House Speaker, now
Senator
Bomi County Senator Ellis Tyler. They were part of the coalition. Later on, I think they are independent now.
Yes.
And they are having homecoming. What is that homecoming about? It's about welcoming other parties who left and all of that. So Josh Wuto, the Secretary General, the chief scribe of the party, will sit with us on the TBS this morning to give us more details on the future of the LPDP. In the midst of all, country first. Despite the legal argument yesterday on the floor of the Supreme Court, in the chambers,
country
first.
The chambers
of the Supreme Court, the country first.
Thank you so much. The Supreme Court will saw live cameras coming through, man. Librarians around the world say yes.
The justices too can really provoke the lawyers.
Yeah, enjoy. I love the temple of the Chief Justice. What's that? Okay, you calling for something?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's bring on health tip with our young friend, a very young man, handsome man, David Ernest Coty. Abbas is going to do his health tip right now, right about now. What do we have for us this morning? A young man, David Ernest Coty, our very young friend. Good morning, Abbas.
About good morning. Because of this compliment, I think I need to look for you people tomorrow. I love hearing people praising me, calling
Mhm.
me handsome, calling me young man. I like that.
Yeah.
So I love you for that.
Okay. I was passing through. A lady from the LRA say, I'm not seeing the recent picture of this young fellow David Coty for a while, and I just
Oh,
posted the picture on the Facebook. I said, here is the handsome man, David Coty.
oh. What about the picture I took with you and Maka when I went there?
Then the picture I sent, I will send it to you. Abbas, hey man. So Bobby just yes, Abbas, are you there? Sorry, that Bobby Allison, the MPP boys there, they want you to go back to the party, but still not there, so you're not going back.
Still another one going to what is that?
They're not there, so why you going to back to the party?
Because my being there was simply on a quid pro quo.
Do you call that?
Quid pro quo arrangement. Quid pro quo.
Okay. Tell her is that there what?
QID, QID, PRO,
Okay.
QUO. Quid pro quo
Okay.
arrangement.
Okay.
But man, this is the whole thing about politics. You
Mhm.
must get there for some reason. Good reason. So something for something. That's all it means.
Something for. So which are the party you with now? Derek, which party you with?
The way he heard about LPDP, I hope you're not going there.
Who? LP what?
LPDP,
LP, what a guy.
the Leftalos party.
Yeah, the question the man asked me what they got.
What a guy. I bet you.
They said that burn, I said it all.
Forget it, man. Oh, political business is all about a quid pro quo arrangement.
So which party you with now? Librarians want to know this young man, this handsome man. I mean, people admire you from a distance, from close and far distance. They still admire you, man. I love to see the hair on his job, his neck, his wrinkled neck and thing. This young man, which other political party you with?
The Unity Party.
Oh,
The party that told me about a month, and I'm back.
okay.
That's what it was. But I'm sure there's two parties.
But I saw your name on Alco recent agenda. They say opening remark, David Coty.
Former chairman.
How much I can't say whatever the remark. That doesn't mean I'm part of them. I'm part of the Unity Party. Yes.
Why you posing yourself on Unity Party now? That's my problem.
That's my party.
They stand up there and the political leader became president. Still, you haven't seen him, but you still posing yourself on the party.
Posing yourself. Boga president, you can see Boga.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him, but I will see him. It will happen. I'm looking for the time. As I told you before, I wanted to just go kneel down my woman, put a hand on my back. Bam, I'm okay. That's all. I told you before, I'm too old for a job now. For a job, they just put my hand on my back. Bam.
Folks, David Coty birthday. Your birthday is next month, right?
Yeah, May 22.
May 22.
I'll be
Okay, 2 months from now. Okay. No, don't call your age again. You see it now.
Let's talk about the character. Listen to okay, I'm sorry. So May 22. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then before that time, April 14, my vehicle will be 14 years old. Preventive Methodist. Thank you. Can I go ahead, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, thank you very much. Okay. Drinking water is not by choice. It's not if you want to. No. Drinking water is not by choice. It is a must. You must drink enough water every day, apart from the one you drink when you eat. Oh yeah, it's not by choice. I will drink today. No, you're forced to drink. It is by fire, by force. Now, severe dehydration can lead to organ failure and death. Severe dehydration, that is, when your system is dry, no water in it, it will lead to organ failure and death. For example, there will be poor concentration if the brain does not have enough water. You will not concentrate properly. It can even cause seizure. Seizure can kill you in your sleep. It can even cause coma. That once that brain is not working properly because no water. Number two, lack of water can cause kidney failure if prolonged. If you don't have enough water in our kidney for a very long time, it will cause kidney failure. Then you must get prepared for kidney transplant, where you will need up to $400,000 to do a kidney transplant. Or you must get ready for, okay, I'll come to me now, we're starting here. All right. Lack of water can increase heart rate and cause high blood pressure. You see, when you don't drink enough water, you create problems for your heart also. Your heart rate will increase and can cause high blood pressure. Lack of water causes liver damage. You know, your liver is the biggest organ in your body. It weighs 3.1 pounds and it conducts over 500 different jobs in your body. Over 500. Now, if that liver is damaged, you know what you think? You finish. So you need enough water every day. Don't just eat and just drink more water. Then you think you're okay for the day. You better stop it. It's not by choice. It is by force. Lack of water causes constipation because the system needs water for free bowel movement. That your body, you can go to a room and talk from slow having the breakfast and things, we get to all. But if no much water in your body, it will cause constipation. Then there's something that will not be free to come out and you will have a serious problem. Lack of water causes the skin to lose elasticity. Now, that simply means the skin, it has to be free to open up. If you don't have enough water, it will have a problem. Lack of water causes blood thickness, and that can lead to increase in the risk of clotting, stroke, and heart attack. Now, if the blood is thick because no water, it will lead to stroke. Stroke simply means brain attack, which the blood will not be going to the brain because the blood is thick. No water inside to make it free to go. It will be thick. It's not going to reach your brain, and you have stroke. It will be thick. It will not reach your heart muscles. You will have heart attack. That's what it simply means. So you need enough water. All right. So this is not about begging you. I'm telling you, you must drink water every day, especially when you wake up in the morning. You lose water. The body is made of 50 to 70% water. You can lose water when you sleep. So you got to drink water. Remember this. Do not use your laptop, smartphone, or tablet in the dark. Don't do that. It can cause dry eye, irritation, dry vision, and headache. It can also cause headache. Now, those of you who keep a telephone when the place is dark, stop. It can also lead to insomnia, poor sleep quality, difficulty falling asleep, and prolonged exposure may lead to retinal damage. We have talked about glaucoma, we talk about cataract. I'm going to finally talk about your retina. It's at the back of your eye. If you play with it, my friend, you finish your retina. So those of you like to play with telephone even in the dark, you got to stop. God willing, I will be back. But in the meantime, I'm going to get
That's the best part of this is she loved for you. She loved to hear David.
David,
Yeah.
what's your favorite Bible voice?
Jesus loves the little children.
Which scripture is that?
Little children?
Yeah. Jesus loves the little children.
I'm not sure you're trying to make a comparison.
Oh, what comparison? The point is, and you know, I'm guilty of this and I want God to forgive me.
Okay.
I have one of the biggest Bibles in my house here.
And you can't open it.
No. Almost 3 or 4 years. I bought that thing for $10 on 10th Street 5, 6 years ago.
But let me give you one strong Bible voice that is very important. It is 1 Peter 4:8. It says, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Is that not very important for you, David?
Well, it's good. But the point is, I'm not going to love somebody who hates me. No.
Oh.
That's not possible. No. I will not lie to anybody. I will not love anybody who hates me. My man.
Okay.
We're all over there. The thing is,
But you ready to die? You ready to die?
huh?
You ready to die?
No. I'm already ready.
You don't want to go and see Jesus?
I want to go see Jesus. I'm already
I hope I've been outreach, Umba.
Some people just hate people for no reason. Do you know people hate you because you sound good on the radio? They don't like you for that. I told you before there's something called initial apathy.
Hmm.
That is, you see somebody for the first time, you don't just like them. You don't just for no reason. They didn't know you. You don't know them. Just meeting for the you just look at the man or the woman you just hit them. Sometimes from the voice, you don't just like them.
The Bible says, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. David, I've been teaching you.
I like that. I like that. Love each other. You love me, I love you. You will hate me, I will hate you.
Oh, so small Moses love going to this one. You love me, I love
So,
you.
so David, wait. The kingdom of heaven suffer violence and violence taken by force. You want spam and evangelizing the money?
No. My brother, some people have been so good to in my community. Now, you love some people, but my brother, I don't care what you do for them. They just hate you. So how can what I hate in my whole life is preachers. They think about they're pretending that I don't like it.
Okay.
You in your heart, now your dark heart, you hate somebody. But then when you see that your teeth all shining there, you know you're like the person.
About you're going to be a good preacher, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I will still continue to evangelize to you.
So that your preachers you can do. You know you like somebody to show you white teeth like I am.
You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
You have to go.
You gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here.
Go, David.
You know on the RTTI,
Why again?
when I on the RTTI, we're a bunch of rusted men that used to vote each other. So one time, one of them called me Lofa Peace Corps. I said, where the other one coming from? Then they started giving a Loma American. Who's the American? When I started getting the little guys contacting on me, my brother. Sometimes when you're joking, you gotta just, anyway, that's another story for another time.
You get out of here.
I gotta get out of here.
You gotta get out of here.
Yes, David, thank you. Have a great Thursday. We hope to get you tomorrow morning.
Yeah. We'll see how young. He said he's coming tomorrow.
Oh, David, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's coming tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you, David. That's great.
We're
Okay.
having a very important topic tomorrow. We're going to be talking about cancer in the eye.
Okay.
So that's a very good topic tomorrow at ELDC. So
Yeah.
let's cancer in the eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Great. Difficulty making out the morning right.
Yes, David with the health tips and small fun.
Yes. I mean, a lot of people enjoy that. Folks, welcome to the review of the paper. Not many local dealers will do half of us this morning. Yes. Let's have the inquiries, the only paper I do have in my possession.
And I have the front page Africa.
Yes. I don't know. Tuesdays and Thursdays are not good for the print. Yes. But let's have the inquiry this morning. The front page of the Inquirer, numerical strength is what captured on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. Numerical strength does not hijack power. Chief Justice Yo cautions majority. Well, it's a major story here on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. I'm seeing that Fonanti Kofa, Speaker Kofa. Yes, I'm doing it by law now. Fonanti Kofa, Speaker Fonanti Kofa, and of course the majority block speaker. Richard Kuhn is right here on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. Still on the front page, 2024 human rights violation is worse than 2023. INCHR releases 2024 report where it said Dempster Brown, yes, the veteran lawyer Dempster Brown is captured yet. Jetty's SRC hosts Ramadan after dinner. I hope I got his word correctly. Yes, and I'm seeing businessman Jetty is captured on the front page of the Inquirer. You can grab a copy. Let's go to the back page and see what's on the back page. Lightning strike kills a woman. Hey, man.
Wow.
Okay, where is this area? Kills a woman. This is in Bon County, District 5. Yes, heavy lightning strike kills a woman instantly.
Eugene College District.
Eugene Colley, the lawmaker, right? Yes, still on the back page, procurement fraud occurred before this administration. BSC boss clarifies. Well, before I took over, we were saying this is after massacre. The Bureau of State Enterprise, procurement fraud occurred before this administration. BSC boss clarifies. After massacre is right here on the back page of the Inquirer this morning.
Yes, so let's go for the front page Africa, the lead story on the front page. Country in chaos. It's on Court Chief Justice Yo calls for additional security for Supreme Court justices ahead of the bit of information ruling says the country in chaos. Well,
Mm.
these are words of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia, Her Honor Siadenjeyo. The sub-lead story: flood victims angry as disaster agency aid vanishes and no help arrives 6 months after floods.
Mm.
We are really frustrated. This is on the front page of the Front Page Africa newspaper. So yes, these are the major stories in the Front Page Africa newspaper. Grab a copy for just 40 Liberian dollars and read the details.
Yes, so far so good. That's all of it we do have this morning. Yes, again, we'd like to say good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the TBS 961, the Highland Show of Liberia, Orange, and of course, the Pan African Bank is proud to be associated with the Truth Breakfast Show. Yes, let's again re-echo to the Liberian National Police. The police have been so active since Gregory took over. If not protest, yes, it's demonstration, it's not stopping roadblock and so forth. Every night and day we see the police into full swing. I have a good friend who loves soccer too, and he's part of the riot police. So I said, well, you can practice it, they will laugh about it. He said, yeah, sometimes it is not a good thing, see us beating on our own people. That's why we say off the record, you know. I said, well, how is it like when because that's order again? He says, well, once the commander gave order, you should stop firing tear gas, but it's not a good thing. But let's say this to the police. Um, the truck drivers. This is week number 2. We're saying this: the reckless driving of these truck drivers. All our attention, when I say our attention, the LMP attention is just on the motorcyclist or the tricycle. But I want to send it out to the police this morning. If the Public Safety Division 118, not missing the code, the Chief of Public Safety, one 116, the truck drivers again. I'm saying this over and over. Most of the deaths are caused by truck drivers, and these guys are not listening. I don't know why. Just monitor in the traffic. Please come up with a plan. We will make decision. I mean, something follow the last time said the truck driver should start the drive from 10 p.m. upward, heavy duty trucks and all of things. The public safety have some new measures for the truck drivers. I keep saying that most of the accidents are caused by these trucks, and we have to flag it out. Some of us were in the traffic when the guy horning behind you is not something easy. What get over this? Most of the drivers, I don't know. Some of them driving this truck with not a rock in their pocket. They cause serious accident. The first thing they do, the man gets down from the truck and run away, or he runs straight in the police station, forgetting all of the traffic rules and everything. Even you see crosswalks there, the man is over speeding. Not all of the truck driver, but you guys are in the majority. I mean, there are some other folks who driving trucks, but in the majority, most of the truck drivers, the police are not regulating that. So I want to call on the police and re-echoing this to the Liberian National Police. Because even the traffic police officer says, see your truck coming, you can stand before the truck, right? I've seen so many occasions, like when the truck is it's coming towards it. You put your hand out the stop, you see the man moving, you even jump on the road. So let's have a strict measure in place for the truck driver. Some of them are now roadworthy. And to hold a truck brake is not something easy. That airbag, to just apply the brake is difficult. It's not like a smaller vehicle where you can stop at any given time. But to apply the brake of the truck, it's very hard. LMP, traffic section, public safety 116. Can you give some attention to this? Yes.
Yeah, so again, it's like we are doing a constant reminder to the authorities, the Ministry of Transport and the Liberian National Police about this this recklessness on the part of the truck drivers causing accidents and deaths in the country. I listened to recently, like I said, the police inspector general mentioned that they did a survey that they realized that the most victims of motor accident in the country are motorcyclists. And if you check the records, the accidents are mostly involves trucks, these big trucks.
The trucks are killing the
and
cyclists.
each time they do, there will always be casualties. So I think when people are making recommendations, we expect that people in authority will take these recommendations in good faith and act upon them. Can we bring up that policy where heavy duty vehicles can plow the streets from 10 p.m. By the time the smaller vehicles are home, motorcyclists are home, the road free a little bit for them. I think that would be important. We cannot live outside of system. Yes, we cannot live outside of system, and it is frustrating. The road, even a new road that we are constructing in the country, we put the cross wall. We indicate where the vehicles supposed to stop for people to cross. Still, people want to cross and go as far. Even if you're on a cross wall, to even give you the chance to cross in the first place, it's not easy. So there's a need that we put in place these policies to ensure that we can protect lives and properties. Yeah, so the police should consider that. Sometimes there's a need that you call stakeholders conference. The Minister of Transport, when last have you done that? Call a stakeholder conference in the transport sector. Bring the cyclists, the taxi drivers, the commercial taxi drivers, the truck drivers, these various unions, their leaders, bring them together and develop a policy that they will agree, develop a resolution, and we can develop a policy that they will know that, yes, this is what we're supposed to do. People talk about a truck accident every time, and I don't really see the Minister of Transport even talking about it. Why the police will make statement, they will say people are undergoing investigation and all of that. But what are concrete steps to really stop that? These are things we are talking about. So only we are hoping that one day there will be a minister who will listen to the cries of the public. Yeah, there will be a minister who will listen to the cry of the public. There will be an inspector general of police who will listen to these recommendations coming from stakeholders, not just, I don't like to refer to people as ordinary citizens, but stakeholders in the country are making these recommendations. The lack of Reverend Melvin Lackey from Margibi mentioned that Swansea Fala, a man who owns a multi-$1,000 construction company in the country, making the man is a user of heavy duty equipment
and making
the man is into building construction, road, different construction work. But this man is telling you, even though I'm a heavy duty user, can we restrict the movement of heavy duty in the country, heavy duty vehicles in the country? I mean, these are stakeholders in the sector. They are making these recommendations. What do you do with their recommendations? You just play deaf ears and don't listen. So we will continue to remind them because this is the role we chose to play.
Yes, I mean we won't get tired of this one. Yes. So yesterday it was 15 minutes until 10 o'clock when you left, and I decided to do something very unusual. I announced a number. I said all of the smallholder farmers should call me. Now that's small trouble I put myself in yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know what popped into my head. Look, I said smallholder farmers, you call this number. In fact, I couldn't rest. The last call I read was this Fatu also call you. She called almost 7 o'clock. It was like that's the last call. And I said, okay, I put in the phone down. Let me rest more too. Myself, human being too. Good morning, His Excellency, the President. President Boyka, good morning to you. Every government will have their own agenda to achieve. And your agenda you introduce to Liberian people is the RS agenda. George Weah said what? PAPD, Propo.
Yes.
Propo prosperity or something like that, right? What's the P?
Propo agenda.
Propo agenda, prosperity. Yeah, the CDJ know that very well. Yes, that was the George Weah agenda. I know the CMC agenda. Yeah, whose ability? You tell me what's the agenda they have.
They'll come with the agenda.
Yeah, with a Bangladesh, you tell us the agenda, right? But the agenda of Joseph Boyka is the RS, and the RS starts with A. At the starting of the whole spell of the RS, that A you see, that big capital A. Yes, you starting with a sentence now for a small letter. It's a cap. The A is for what? Agriculture. So if the A have problem, that means there's a serious problem.
Yes, agriculture.
Never forget about it. The arrow they're going. Yeah, we'll take time.
They call it the arrest agenda.
The arrest agenda.
Arrest, yes,
folks. The smallholder farmer. I put myself in a problem yesterday, so I had to put the phone on the flat.
You can't be find some Gatana.
No, yeah, maybe a cassava farm or something like that. But I had to put a phone on a flat moon later on in the day. I'm sorry about that. I had to do it because my son needed to rest. So, His Excellency, good morning. That IRS agenda, the A having a problem, and this problem is with the smallholders farmer. The Agriculture Ministry needs a very serious attention by the President. His Excellency, good morning to you, Joe Boyka. I'm sure you're having some green tea this morning. The local farmers haven't received support from the Ministry of Agriculture. August of last year, 2024, there was document asked, smallholder farmer presented documents of their farms, and so as we speak, they are all on the decks of the Ministry of State. Part of this document, keke and farm equipment were promised to be given to them. So, of the phone call, let me tell you some of the conversation most of the callers who call me, and some of them even requesting that we should bring them on the air. The one President Boyka to hear it. To explain in a nutshell, the World Bank slash AFED Program Implementation Unit, Ministry of Agriculture, Republic of Liberia, they signed an MOU, a memorandum of understanding, with smallholder farmers. They say, well, to transport, all of the agricultural products, your work and things from the farm to keep it from one location to another location is very difficult. It's not easy. So you know what happened? We'll bring in keke, the tricycle, the 3 tires who say keke. In Nigeria, they say yaba yaba. We'll bring in keke, and keke is sold for 3,500, 3,800 birds. And the farmers say, well, we don't have this kind of money, but the World Bank say $840 will be paid. Good morning, His Excellency Joe Boyka. Good morning to you. I show you the president go to Bombing to his own farm, the other small farm holders there. They will go there, tell Brazil, they can get, we see one. Let's get to it. We're about to read the MOU. So the MOU say, okay, you pay $840 US. Still, the smallholders farmers say, well, we don't have this kind of money. We don't have it in bulk to go and pay. Then the MOU say, okay, we're going to pay through installment. The vocational school then can operate like, bro, pay through 3 installment. First, it was like for life there. You pay through installment, first installment, second installment, and third installment. That was it. So the first installment payment here is 40% of the $840. So the farmers then to start to hustle. They give the bank number, and I memorized the bank number. 6101627332. That's the account number, the Echo Bank. That me, I finish. I finish memorizing the bank number. 6101333621. That's it. So some of them are trying to make deposit. I want to find out that all of the tricycle, they are gone. President Boyka, good morning. Who bought them? That's the question I started to ask yesterday. So who bought them? The main beneficiaries, those who are supposed to benefit from it, they have not been given the opportunity to buy them. Who bought them? It was not for the big shots or the money people. It was for the smallholder, those who cannot afford. That was the sole intent. So now the Ministry of Agriculture, you know what happened in the next coming days? We are comparing you to produce a full listing. There are people who bought 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. That was not for the purpose. How do we got it? And if this not happening, we'll start to bring some of the smallholder farmers and bring them live on air. And His Excellency, before I wrap it up, Maka will come in. We want to read through this MOU sign. We have the MOU in our possession. What will happen if the president starts to make his content tour? The IRS will be, the A will be shaking. The Agriculture Ministry have not done well. The LPRC fence, all the tricycle, they're gone. You know what? Some of the callers even call and say, but the tricycle, yeah, people is selling them with mineral water oil around here, passing around. 3 different callers yesterday. And if you are listening, you want to call and say the same thing, please go ahead and do so this morning when we get the lines activated. Now, this tricycle have been used in Monrovia yet. That was not for the sole purpose. Besides the few we have in Cary and the ones in Maryland now. So as we start to put tension now, do you know what the Ministry of Agriculture is doing right now? They're trying to make sure the Southeasterners benefit from this. But who bought the ones in Monrovia? Who bought them? Who bought them? That was not for the purpose. Who bought them? Let's go to the MOU quickly. So
You want me to read it?
yeah, let's go through the MOU. You can flip through. Yes.
I think I have it. You sent it
Yes,
to me, right?
yes, please. It's very important. Yesterday I couldn't rest for the more than an hour. I just keep answering. Fatu Umpa won't call the phone. She said no. Now you not call the phone. I said my child had a rest. She said no. But why you announce the number for people to call? Yes, this MOU that was signed with the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yes, this is it, right?
Yes.
So it says memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Agriculture, World Bank, the IFAD program implementation unit, and intermediate means of transport or tricycle operator for the transport of agricultural commodities. This is August 2024.
Yes.
Yes. So 5.1.1 says the payment shall be lump sum, and the tricycle operator shall submit a valid payment receipt to retrap upon payment. The operator undertakes full and sole responsibility for the payment of all taxes and duties, including insurance and any other charges of a public nature that are or may be assessed by government authorities against the tricycle. It says they talk about management of the tricycle. The tricycle provided under this MOU must be only for the purposes for which it was provided.
Yeah.
The tricycle operator agrees to keep it in good condition and not to improperly use it, as it will cause quick damage. Article 7 talks about reporting. It says the monthly reports shall cover agricultural produce transported by the tricycle operator. The report shall be submitted electronically to the attention of the MOA County Agricultural Coordination coordinator in the county. And they talk about resolution of disputes. The parties to this agreement shall provide notice to each other in the event of any disputes arising out of this agreement. They shall seek to amicably resolve any such dispute concerning the application or interpretation of the agreement within 7 days through negotiation and cooperation. If the parties to this agreement are unable or unwilling to resolve the dispute amicably, the parties shall seek local and national mediation through the county government, of the issues within 14 days. Where the dispute has not been resolved in accordance with the preceding paragraphs, any party may submit the dispute to the nearest court in the county. The rules of the court shall determine how the dispute is resolved. Is there any
let's go all the way here. I'm going to help you out with this. What old man said to me, all the plenty right in the day, go to the payment and taxation. Article 5. Yes, Article 5.
Okay.
You to Article 4, governing law.
Payment.
Here, right? Yeah, payment and taxation.
Okay, so yes. Article 5, payment and taxation.
5.1.
5.1 says prepayment. The tricycle operator shall pay in advance 40%, which is US $840, right?
40% of the $840.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 40% of the procurement cost to the designated account in EcoBank MOA Agricultural Value Chain Project account. This is the number.
The number,
the number you're calling.
The number I'll call it. And number I've been memorizing. See, so this is where the problem there.
The farmer deposited the 40%.
No, the people why you know look, the vote violated that. I will go back to your own side. This 5.11 that it said the tricycle should be used for the only intended purposes, right? There are evidence that shows that people using the tricycle to carry manure, water, oil around here. You see there, right?
Instead of farm produce.
The commodities they are not being used for the sole purpose. That's a serious violation of this MOU sign. So the farmers now, the reason why they raise this up, information started to gather and say, but all of the tricycle to the LPRC, they are all gone. the Maserati one. But then how come now? Well, the MOU at the end of the transport ministry, your agriculture, sorry, you put up a full release of those who bought them, who bought this tricycle. That's the sole purpose of it. I mean, His Excellency, good morning to you, President Blackeye. The A is having a problem of the RS agenda. The A is having a problem of the RS agenda because of what? To transport commodities for one farm, the small farm holders, most of them feeling bad, man. We'll get the lines open up shortly. They are feeling very, very, very bad. So, to get money in this country is not something easy. Something that was sold about 3,000. And the World Bank see that World Bank project, not somebody who want to say 840, but pay 40% payment, not pay through installment. It could motivate anybody to want to do a farm.
Yes, sure. Odi, I have been following this discussion, even though I may not be in direct contact with some of the farmers to be providing this information. The truth is that this project is actually a milestone in terms of food security in Liberia. The intent is to do farming as business, which will help farmers to also raise money out of the work they do instead of just farming for food. So there are farmers who receive some of these things. The point I want to agree with you on is that let these things go to the people who are doing the farming. It is true that sometimes when you look around, you see some of these very tricycle men for the farmers holding mineral water from one place to another. Why it may be true that other people may buy private ones, they're having, but if the farmers themselves who are supposed to benefit from it are raising these issues, then it is of concern. So I think the ministry should be able to provide clarity on these complaints coming from the farmers. Let them be able to say how many of these tricycles were received through this retrap program, how many farmers have received, how many applied, and the procedure in getting them. Because I mean, in the MOU you can see that it's clear that these tricycles should be used exclusive. Like I said on yesterday, the intent was that when they did a survey, the project realized that the farmers said while they were producing the food were getting spoiled on the farm because they never had means of transporting the produce from the farm to the market or to the warehouses. Now, the project said, well, then we can procure the tricycle, they can apply for it, and get it so that the food can spoil. So, I mean, that is good intent. Now, if it doesn't reach these people, then that is a problem. Again, we are hoping that the ministry can do the right thing. People who apply, normally when they apply, you go and do the verification, see their farm, what kind of work they are doing, and then before you can give it out. So it's a process which is unique, but we are calling on the ministry to just do the right thing, because if the arrest agenda, the A in the arrest agenda is agriculture, we'll talk about food security and all of that, then this project must be realistic.
Yeah.
It's not about giving like I told you before, I was part of tour of some of these projects. Some farmers are doing extremely well, but some places we went, we were not satisfied because some people got grant both in cash and material or equipment and imports, some in a tune of $150, some in a tune of $200 some more $1,000 in fact almost across the country. In Nimba, Bong, Grand Bassa, we went to some places in Grand Bassa and were discouraged. To be frank, as a journalist,
after receiving a grant, yes,
no
progress.
And report. There are some big names.
Ask for progress reports.
There are some big names that receive. Even some are even senators today.
Yes,
but if you go to their farms, so why would the big names get it when the smaller people who are struggling? Who's supposed to actually get it?
So you see my argument,
so
right?
So it should not be on a level of big name or top brass friendship and all of that. Let the actual farmers who are doing the actual work. So now listen to the agriculture minister, he speaks in that manner. When he say we're doing farming as business, and people who are doing the actual work are people who are supposed to benefit from these programs so that they can actually produce. Because they have said that the target is for rice production, that by 2029, Liberia should be able to produce 70% of the rice we eat in this country and be able to import only 30%. Currently, as it stands, we import 70% of the rice we consume in this country. So you say you want to cut it down. You want to turn it around. 70% production and 30% importation. How can we achieve that goal? And the minister that this is what the president wants. So how will we achieve it if the people who are doing the actual farming are complaining about not getting the equipment and all of that is entailed in a project? So for me, Onu, it is important to bring these issues up to remind our leaders to do the right things.
You make mention of those who benefited from the Star Peak grant. There are all the big names. Yeah, yes, there are some of them are senators, some of them are ministers. But you know, one thing they have not done, they are not given progress report. They are not given the progress report. So my fight here is for the smallholder farmer, the small farmers there. Look, we have a long way to go. But anyway, let's get some reaction from the public. I said it all. Let's get some reaction from the public. 0770-153-265. It's good that to bring this up so the president will know that the smallholders farmer, I mean, it's actually a very tough time. Yes, commodities to transport that goods from one location to another location is a very serious challenge from there. Almost into the rain season.
Yeah,
the rain is
Sure. Yeah, so call 0770-202-579, 0770-202-579.
0770-153-265. Morning.
Good morning, Veteran Odi and Ambassador Maka. And let me say good morning to the many listeners and viewers following the broadcast. My name is Aloysius B. Flomo Jr., and I phoned in this morning from Law My TV County Precise and District 2. Let me say thank you for the talking point. And I love the way you place it, Onion. If all this government is serious and the president meant well for the Liberian people, most especially implementing his arrest agenda, the key priorities area should be, key to implementation. You cannot have the Minister of Agriculture, for me, I would say he's in violation of undermining the agenda of the president. Look, those hierarchies within government, talking about those top government officials, they are already established. Let's be frank. Why would you be taking those materials that are meant for local farmers and then you are giving it to those people that are already established? It means that you don't want to see the development of agriculture activities within the government. So it means that even the country or countries where you are talking about the president of the going on, what can we point to in this all this regime that the government is implementing agricultural programs and policy? So it is totally wrong. So the president, if I only want to see progress within this particular sector, let me get some of the answer and I love the way people can place it. If the president wants to talk, let me listen.
Okay. Thank you, Aloysius. Let's get another caller. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. Thank you for taking my call. This is Russell K. You know, the issue about the trucks, the first day after the accident in the Boys Town, the truck drivers were going at a speed that was so appreciative. 2 days after that, 2 or 3 days after that, they started speeding again. And I called one of them to deliver sand, because I got a number of the names here and I deal with these people. I asked them to bring sand to my place. And one of them said, well, how so you want it? I said, right away. He said, oh, we can't speed now, you know. The thing that happened, we got to slow down. I said, that's great to hear, but how long is it going to last? So I'm here where they're doing the road. The road passed my house a little while ago, you know, the construction of the road. And things seem to be falling right back to where it was before. And I'm asking you, if you don't mind, I think it will make a lot of sense if you call an advocate like me, or Morris and Gary, and somebody who will represent the transport ministry, so we can have a dialogue on your radio station, because everybody hears you. And thanks to you very much for giving us information here. You guys are doing a fantastic job. So we can talk a little bit, and let's try to come to a point where these guys can understand they need to train their people. The ministry needs to give the driver's license not a license to kill, but a license to operate a vehicle in a safe fashion.
Okay.
And quickly on tricycles, I think, I don't know for sure whether this is right or not, but you get the point, that people who are farmers, who are doing farming, they should have some sense, some sort of representation when these kind of equipments come for their sake. They can't put it in the hand of a minister or some representative or a guy who just there to collect and deal with people who didn't know, because these people are working hard and they need to. But the job that we're doing here with our hands will not feed the country. We need mechanized operations in Liberia. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka David, son of a Baptist deacon who is not here, an usher.
Oh, no problem.
My name is Moses to Aksoya. You know, let me remind you that Osasuna defeated Barcelona 2-4.
Yeah, we're coming to have a revenge, my young man.
From Madrid, but But thank you very much for major conversation about the Stampede Project, agriculture, public safety. There are a lot of things you said. But Maka, I just want to speak to one issue we have to do with the human rights report that was released. I'm not too surprised. A friend of mine myself was discussing yesterday, he said, Mama, you women, police brutality in the country, you know from day one. And if I was the police commander, I would personally resign. Because there's no improvement. And Maka, when we were in the country, on the train the police, you used to see the police with their name written on the uniform, the badge, well attired. This time, the people we see here are down. If we check the police data pay, 40% of people are people who show their own uniform, all the things they call police and parking around here, and taxi drivers and motorcyclists. So, you see the human rights report just from our country that was released. So, I want the police, I want Gregory, if he meant well, which I know he do, to please do his best and go up for CSA and just do the entire personnel audit of the police. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, personnel audit. Good morning.
Good morning, Logical O'Neill Robert. And let me say good morning to this is activist Martin Renner. And I do join you this morning from Luda, Heavier in West Point, Liberia for justice and accountability. At every point in time of our life, I always tune to go for you because you guys motivate us, you guys energize us, and you guys make sure that the facts and the real issue of the day is then said to us in fullness.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, so let me say this. The first thing that is, a lot of people who not understand the current leadership of the police will always want to politicize the police work. Not the only here. The current leadership of the police headed by Greg Como and
the Independent National Human Rights Commission also politicizing the police work. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know from what standpoint.
It is their annual human rights report from the birth of that institution. They do annual human rights report.
So now, that's what I said. I don't know from what standpoint or case study the base that we put on, but holistically, you cannot say to us that the police aren't doing well in this country. The level of crime have reduced. The level of robbery have reduced. People taking people things have reduced. Crime activities all over in the rural communities.
Okay, thank you, McLean. Good morning.
Hold on.
Yeah, good morning, Marka. Good morning to you. Marka, I want to appreciate you guys for the reason when it comes to who are the beneficiaries of that child soccer. Marka, it is good that the minister of agriculture need to get a full list of those who are benefiting from that child soccer. Today, if you go to one in Kibi where I grew up, today our people are left in the cassava on the bare hand to bring you on the road to sorry. Today you go to Yambi, the other person again, people are challenged. They have the people over there, but the government in the city is challenging. So it is the movement of the minister to make sure now who are those benefiting in my Kibi County. You ask them to get the transfer around here. So before it came out, it just disappeared. And I'm telling you, all of you, my kids, got to use you, I'm going to raise the rap and with the transfer. God put that because the answer of President Parker. We know for the place of agriculture scientist, That LeBron want to see them say, if I was saying, we're going to bring you two such a team today. I'm a LeBron who is actually better with my resources. But our leader could not carry our effort, and it could not have it in a possession, and it could not use it on a daily basis. We don't get to the now that we're going to control all again and put them out. So, President Parker, you know, you talk agriculture, please, you have to be positive that we all can be the impact. Well, if you they don't vote them, but we vote you, that you can make a change in the country. Thank you so much this morning.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for your patience. Morning, Melton Yoko.
Morning, Oniu and Maka. Good morning to the listening public. Good morning to the 2FM family, great radio station in Liberia that brings the real information. In fact, the labor that means 2FM. Oniu, this morning, my attention has been drawn to two things quickly. One is the way violence is intensifying in this country. This government need to organize properly and see how to put some of these things in place. There's too much violence in this country. Every street corner you pass to, you will see people fighting, policemen fighting to arrest somebody. We don't know why it's the reason. I don't know, because the country is so hard that the people don't have food to eat. They don't have money to pay their children's school fee. When they go to the market, not buying their goods. So for that reason, when somebody tells them something, they get angry, they start fighting. And the one that pisses me off is for the police. Whenever they go do arrest, they must be fighting in that arrest. I don't understand how arrest is looking at nowadays. Finally, the thing that comes with food. Food is very important to every nation. All around Africa now, Liberia is the only country that stays fighting for electricity, that stays fighting for food, that stays fighting for education, that stays fighting for health sector. Other countries now are talking about building overhead bridges, are talking about building overhead roads, while Liberia is still struggling. They're talking about transport today. Since I was born, I'm 42 years old now. My mom and pa there in the interior there, they stay cutting tree with axe and squashing with hook, and they're suffering. So nobody have come to change their life. We're not even be talking about transport today. Let the government get serious. They are becoming more serious. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Well, let's see if we can pick up the superintendent of Montserrat County. Warren Bryan. Warren, morning. Okay, I think we'll be flipping up the line, but if you can call, yeah, I'm seeing if I can getting on. Yes, are you getting us? Good morning, morning.
Good morning. Good morning to my very good friend Michael. Let me say a special good morning to David Kuti.
Is that the superintendent?
That's superintendent. Yeah.
Good morning, Chief.
Chief, the superintendent of Montserrat. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning to all of you. Good morning to my very good friends at the Wednesday Communication Incorporated. I think how you've been called. You know, I know very well, and sorry, it's how the show goes. Sometimes it's good to make the show interactive. I always say I don't attempt to teach people how to do their show, but just suggest that sometimes there are thousands. And you have these talk shows, you get about 10 persons calling, but you got hundreds of thousands, maybe 400,000-500,000 people listening around the country. So sometimes it's good for you as the talk show host to engage us who are callers and erect somebody necessary chairperson so that we can misinform, the public. And somebody calling is still Liberia, the only country in Africa that fighting for current, and we're lying flow. And that is wrong.
When you capture the morning.
The thing I called for this morning is I know the show has to be done with sometimes they call us with emotion and sentiment when they hear about officials of government and this and that. Even some talk shows also do that. But on the issue of reference, I John Warren Bryan had a farm, and that farm is a registered a project or company. And I applied, and my company applied to the agriculture ministry. And we were getting some supply. And I was appointed as secretary. Are you telling me now that my company should not benefit from every program that the ministry has, even if my company meets the minimum benchmark set by the project? Just because I'm a secretary? It's wrong. We can't put emotion and sentiment and our misfeeling in some of these things.
So it was a larger promo from Maggie who said, I think the minister have a farm. Nuta have a farm. We'll know that somewhere in Mangibi there, the taco farm or Tico farm whatsoever. And he's saying conflict of interest because he's one person who benefited from the Star Fee project and he didn't have given progress report. So that's what the caller have said.
No, a conflict of interest is not when you don't give report. That is bad performance. Conflict of interest is when you are the one giving all the contract or giving all the support, and your company or your farm just does not meet the minimum requirement, but you still give your farm new material that conflict of interest there. So what can be missing one?
So my major concern, yesterday I tested something and I didn't rest for more than 1 hour. This MOU that was signed with smallholder farmers, right, for the tricycle thing, they are in numbers. They say, well, we have not received the tricycle. So I'm asking who bought them, you know. So let the ministry give out the full report of those small farmers.
I agree with you, but then your investigator has to go further. If those smallholder farmers that complain to you, if they met the minimum benchmark or they didn't get anything, you have to get that one first. Did they apply?
The people apply. How did I get an MOU? The people apply. The MOU say 40% should be paid off from. That's the sole purpose of it. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Yes. But thank you so much for coming through. You calling from Bento or Imo Monserrate here?
Monrovia.
Imo River here.
Imo Monrovia here.
Are you working for Monrovia? It's not being Bento, man. Your office supposed to be in Bento. You superintendent?
You see, this is you see there's a difference between superintendent and what you're doing now as a talk show host. As the host of the show can say,
okay, all right, no problem. Now, let me ask you a question on now you go back. Are you in Monserrate or in Bento?
Are you in Bento or Monrovia?
In Bento or Monrovia?
Why is one of Monserrate? But Gina is one of Monserrate. I can work for any chance with my local.
So what are you working for right now? You working right in Monserrate? Monrovia.
Good.
Okay.
Then let's go chicken.
Who will tell you? Yeah, but let's
go ahead.
Let's take this person.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Michael, and good morning, Tokonino. My name is Elvis Sirleaf, and I represent the World Bank Project Unit at the Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay, very good. I think you are one of the right persons to speak to this issue. It's great to have you.
I was just notified by some of my supervisors that this discussion was ongoing. Unfortunately, I didn't follow from the beginning. But I'd like to address some of the concerns you may have.
Well,
yes, he's there. So,
what concern me is that following. Someone just call and say, so I don't think we'll have to go back.
So,
otherwise, you have to maybe fall back, because if someone just inform you, say this discussion is ongoing, just place the call to ask the question. I don't think
so.
My reason for calling is that I heard people were raising some concerns, and again, I mentioned that I didn't follow from the beginning.
So you sign an MOU of the smallholder farmer of this tricycle, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, of course. So, but most of the smallholder farmer have reached out. They're not getting the tricycle because there was agreement 40% upfront, and with that information, all of the tricycle are gone. So our concern here is, so who bought them? Can the ministry provide a full listing of those who were able to get this tricycle?
Let me clarify first that the tricycles were not bought, quote unquote, bought. And no, all haven't gone yet. As a matter of fact, at the PMU in Gatnas, there are still some of the equipment here. We still have some in the field at our field counties. And those who are raising the issue about not receiving the equipment, I'm wondering, or actually, if they've met the criteria that's one, or if they've even made the payment, because as you rightly mentioned, you're required to pay 40% of the entire procurement cost. And then there are other benchmarks you must meet though. But if you've paid this and you still leave it out in a concern, which I don't think that has happened with our current arrangement, we've distributed tons of these equipment to smallholder farmers in different counties.
So Elvis.
Following funding in Grand Pass. So currently there's a team even in the southeast carrying out this exercise. So if someone is saying that they made the commitment of the 40% and did not receive it, that's pretty much a new thing to us. And I'll let them maybe come to the office and we can review that documentation. But record shows.
Is it possible for the ministry to provide listing of those who are able to, procure this tricycle? Because most of the calls we are receiving, they are from Bombing, they are from Bapolu, they are from Kidbound. some it might give you monster, right? Is it possible the ministry release of the full listing?
Of course, I can speak with the team and we can publish this on the MOA website.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
So one clarity I want is the period of applying, the period of vetting, or whatever you call it, verification, where you can go to make sure that whether this person is actually doing the farming work and they're qualified to benefit, and the period of the 40% payment. Can you provide clarity? Which one happened first?
So you have to apply. To apply, this is what you do. If I could get you, if I have time, I can go through it. So interested persons are asked to apply through the different links that we provided, also at the various offices in the counties. So when you do these applications, you are vetted and you have to fit the following criteria. First, you have to be 18 to 35, meaning you have to be of the youthful age, and you must have been living in the community. And you must obviously be able to operate the equipment. And then you must have good reputation. So we have to go and verify all these things. This is called due diligence. When all these things are done, then it comes to the process where, okay, you make the commitment. It's also verified that, okay, you've made this payment through the banking arrangement that we have supplied. And then you come and take delivery of your equipment at whichever office you will be receiving it from.
So it appears to be like some are claiming that they made the upfront payment and are not getting a tricycle. Is there any record of people who made?
Then that if you've done that, then what's happening right now is the due diligence process, which takes time. I mean, our team has to verify all these different activities with you, and then be invited once these processes are cleared.
Okay, Elvis.
As I said, I don't know of any. I've spoken with the lead person on this. I don't know of anybody who has this issue so far. This is news, but it's great that it's brought up to us, and we encourage those who may have committed their 40% payment to hold on. This is due diligence. We have to verify that it's through the bank, and also that you meet the criteria that we've listed also in this. That way, you will be invited at the county office where you can take delivery of your tricycle. As I said earlier, currently the distribution is also going on in Southeast.
Okay.
So this is still an ongoing process. It's not cancelled. The equipment are not over yet. I mean, the equipment are still available to those who qualify.
What about reports that they see the equipment or the tricycle with people who are even doing mineral water business and transporting their water and all of that, instead of it being taking farm produce from the farm to the warehouses or to the markets?
This is where our monitoring comes in. And honestly, I hate to say that most times it happens way across the tricycle arrangement. But the truth is sometimes these arrangements, I agree, human being being human being, I wouldn't say Liberian man, but human being being human being, sometimes he falls on these arrangements. When this is done, there's a redemption arrangement in the different arrangements that we have, or the understanding that we have with these people. Has this happened? I cannot say it hasn't happened. It's possible it has happened. But let's say, okay, we agree that this is what you need to do when you receive this equipment, and then you go contrary. We have a certain action that we need to take against you that is also spelled out in the MOU. So it's not something that we have full control over, but it's something that we can react to when this happens.
Well, Evan, thank you. We don't have much time. Thanks for joining to provide some of these clarities. We hope that if you have the time, you can come here and say more to the Liberian people.
Don't worry, Mike. I will come home soon. But thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
All right, great. Let's see who can get just one more call right here on the show this morning. Before we bring this post, I'm seeing some kind of protest somewhere. What is this protest happening? Okay, yes, let's just pick one more call. Then we'll call the other day.
Good morning.
Good morning, Baba David. Let me see your platform. Good morning, the big brother Oni Ramos. This is the voice of G. Ryan, some of your junior TBSC feature hosts. This morning, I was just sitting yesterday listening to the show when we were announcing about the only more try to back in tableau. We will not be easy. All right, so quickly, let me appreciate both of you for always speaking up for the common people. I listened to the superintendent this morning, and a little bit disappointed in the superintendent alone.
What's your disappointment?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Give me a few minutes. Let me see my disappointment. That is the superintendent who said, if you have a farm before being appointed by the president. Look, all of us, all of us, that bring the government of power, we need to support the arrest general. Especially that capital A that begin with that arrest. If you have a small farm and you are being appointed to a governmental position, why can't you lead a tackle for the commoners, man? Hey, man, for boss, Maga on you. Yeah, it's what the problem is. Small farm, in that portion of the small farm, what it means, that you also have to go back to that place. Hey, man, for boss, we need to.
So that right. So I mean, so does it mean? It just like the Monrovia City mayor.
I'm missing one call from Bapolo. I want to call to come to me. Okay, the call is here. Thank you so much.
Bapolo.
Thank you, Margaret. This is Molly Kwesi. And I mean, you guys are doing very well.
Are you in the country or you are in Monrovia?
I'm in today from Bapolo. I'm in Monrovia.
Oh, I
but
see.
the issue that you raised about the tractors is very good, because when this project comes about, people who got money, even the explanation the guy is giving, the very people who would get away with the money would pay off from. Like we have one issue that I don't want to mention in Bapolo that came out on the same issue. Somebody said they have a farm under the honorable, and he has the ability now to benefit from this kind of opportunity. So it's a very good thing. Sometimes the procurement process, for all that the brother from the PIU, from the World Bank project, they really need to follow up, because you follow up. I mean, you doing the follow up more than them, because this session, if no one is contributing towards creating awareness, number one, I don't call it on radio, but you guys are doing very well. This project, like you've been doing before, please follow up. Other than that, the same machine will go into those who got money, and those who got involved into the family will not benefit.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Some of the tricycle was
you.
seeing calling mineral water. Instead of people using it on the farm, the tricycle. But I'm hearing there's a protest along, just around the home of the president. Yes, but we'll have more details coming up later on. There's an ongoing protest right now. But let's see if we can bring you post us 15 minutes down, 9 o'clock. This is the True Breakfast Show, 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. What's making news in the world and sports? We're going to get a brief out. Then we'll come back. You have to see the guys on the LPDP.
Yeah.
Nah, Senator, who's that?
Ellis
Tyler making me to forget about the party. LPDP. Yes. What's making news in the world of sports? Naomi Tapia is here to fill us in. Good morning to you, Naomi. Welcome.
Across Africa, a new era